And this has been my kitchen. Welcome to another edition of Cooking with SonicBlu, and here we are in this beautiful new kitchen. It's actually nice and roomy, and I don't have to forever bump into things whenever I go to the refrigerator or the cupboards or the cabinets or wherever. I have a nice room here. There's a nice gigantic island right in the middle with a sink in it and all of the things here necessary for a cooking show. So, what do you say we get started and let you in on what we're going to be making today? We are going to be making chicken wings with barbecue sauce. But these aren't just ordinary chicken wings. They are going to be fried first, then barbecued. What we're going to do is we're going to fry our chicken first, and then we're going to toss it in a bowl with barbecue sauce. We're going to let it sit for a while, serve it, and enjoy it. And here's how to do just that. This was actually shown to me, this technique, by a guy who ran a pizza restaurant, and he told me, basically, the secret of good barbecued wings. Toss it. Not like that.
Wrong kind of toss it, though.
No, but first things first, we got to take these wings and wash them.
And
Good rule of thumb is to always make sure your chicken is thoroughly washed. So here we go, we're washing our chicken. Here we go, we're washing our chicken. Make sure it's nice and clean so that we can cook our chicken. Without further ado, let's also show you what we're going to have with our barbecue chicken. We are also going to make chicken rice. Ooh, chicken rice. Chicken rice is always good for any chicken dish or any pork dish. And I like to put this on right away while I make my chicken. Reason being is because this takes a while to cook. So what we're going to do is just dump that right into our 4 cups of boiling water. Because you can never have too much chicken rice.
yeah.
And now I'm going to add some whole, solid Irish butter. Is there Irish people in this butter? Why is it Irish butter? Is it made by the Irish? Who knows? All I know is that this is solid Irish butter. Going right into our chicken rice. I don't know, maybe it'll give us a little taste of Old Dublin. Okay.
Well, now it's really starting to go in there. Sorry.
I know the smoke is an issue. You don't have to keep talking about it. It'll clear out in a moment. Anyway, to trim down our wings, what we're going to do is we're going to take off this piece and that piece. And you're going to need a strong enough blade and cut right there at the joint. And you get both of those pieces off, because you don't want those, because that's not meaty enough for you to enjoy. So that goes right away. Now, we're going to separate our 2 pieces here, again at the joint, to make drumettes. And you just gotta, once you cut that cartilage down, you gotta find where the joint is, and then cut right in between it with your serrated blade. It might be down here, but there it is. I wish this was a stronger blade, but there we go. And you've got chicken drumettes. That's what we're looking for. So repeat the process with as many chicken wings as you have. And if you buy frozen, it's already done for you. Just look for the wing drumettes in your grocery store. Get that out of there. And just cut right down the middle between the drumette and the wingette. sounds like a girly rock group, but it isn't. It's the drumettes and the wingettes. Dun, 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 dun. And of course, being very careful with your knife. You do not want to slip up when cutting these portions of your chicken wings, because it's very easy to do. It takes a steady hand and also takes a great focus on what it is you're doing. This one we can just cut right down here because the bone inside the drumette is gone. Right along the top there, and then right down here with the serrated blade. And it's very easy, the knife just goes right through, and if you don't happen to hit the joint right at the right spot, as you can see, that's the right spot. You can see the two bones there from the drumette, and comes clean away like that. But hopefully your serrated blade will be strong enough to cut right through the hardest of bone, and we can get these nice looking drumettes ready for frying. Okay.
Yeah, it's looking good too. Just gotta.
Very careful and very easy soft sawing motions right down the middle there. Like I said, it's easy to slip, so be careful. There's that. Right down across the top. And right down the middle. Okay. Just having a little trouble cutting through. Right there where they join. Right there. Pull it apart if you have to. That will help it along as well. Okay. Separate it down. Get a good hold on your drumette. Turn it around. See if maybe turning it in the opposite direction, or there goes our napkins, or maybe even cutting it from the other side might also help. But be careful of those fingers. Okay, this one is being a little bit stubborn, so I have to find. There's that spot right there. I just had a little trouble finding it. That's okay. One more piece of chicken to go. It might also help too is if you do it like this. And there you go. That might help too. So it gets you perfect cuts every time, just right down the middle. Okay. Now, of course, our oil is ready, so let's go to the next step. We're going to discard all of these. We don't need them. What we're working with are our delicious drumettes and our delicious savory wingettes. Look at those meaty wingettes of those drumettes. Now, what we're going to do is give our chicken a nice egg wash, and then into the flour. We're going to dust it with some flour with a combination of some seasonings such as garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, thyme, and of course cumin. Okay, now from there, this is going to be our, well, both are pretty wet, but this is going to be our dry hand. So we're going to just pop them right into the oil and let them start frying. Repeat the process with the rest of your drumettes into the flour duster. Okay, very simple to do. Good thing we have a meal enough for two for this, because you don't have enough chicken to go around for a big household. It's great stuff, let me tell you. And all that takes is just one egg for one package of chicken wings. The chicken wings are going to cook as normal. When they're golden brown and delicious, that's when it's time to pull them out, let them cool, let them dry a little bit, and while they're still, well, not really to let them cool, but while they're still hot, we're going to need to toss them in barbecue sauce, because we're going to want to eat this hot. Drop that in. And if you need a second egg, depending on how much chicken you have, you might want to use 2 eggs instead of 1. I'm just using 1 to play it along a little bit. I'm going to take my next wingette, drop it right in. And unlike cooking with drumsticks, cooking with thighs, breasts, these are not going to take long to cook, because obviously smaller pieces, meaning shorter cooking time. But nevertheless, you want to cook your chicken thoroughly, because eating uncooked chicken can lead to things like salmonella. And you don't want salmonella in your diet, trust me. It's not pretty.
Nope.
We're going to have quite a bit of wings out of that little package.
We might have to do those up and do the next ones.
No, we'll have room. We will have room.
You'll have room in there?
We will have room.
Okay. And you got room. Well, literally we'll have room, but you know.
That's it, we'll make it enough.
Do that.
Question.
That is the question. Well, kind of a question, but we'll see.
Or according to Tom Dickinson, will it blend? That is the question. Does he still do those videos?
I don't know if he still does. I haven't seen any.
Well, those were really big in the early turn of the
YouTube era.
2010s. Really, the YouTube era, just in the 2010s. Like in the turn of the 2010s, that's when they were really popularized. Okay, looks like we may need the assistance of the second egg, because as you can see, we're just down to a few slivers of egg whites. But we're going to work with it as best as we can. We don't have that much chicken left over. All we really need is an egg wash to allow our coating to remain stuck to our chicken. And I don't know, that's probably not going to go over very well. If I add another egg, it's going to be too much. So what do? Do the best you can with what you got. Just that some of these pieces may not have that much egg wash on it. But that's our downfall in using medium-sized eggs as opposed to jumbo-sized eggs.
Jumbo-sized egg.
Jumbo, we would have plenty.
Yeah.
So always use large or greater when using egg wash for your chicken. And always do it 1 egg at a time. And that was just about the right amount of flour too, and we're getting it all over the floor. Yay! More mess for SonicBlu to clean up. Okay, well, we don't have much left in the ways of egg wash, because like I said, it's all on the other pieces of chicken. See? You got enough room for all that chicken. Okay, so that goes in the sink right away. And always remember to constantly wash those hands before and after handling food such as raw chicken. We're going to rinse this out because we're going to need this bowl for our barbecue sauce. Once you're done with these little snippets of chicken, there's nothing really to do with them. There's no meat on them. It's just mostly bone. So just throw them right away. Don't give them to dogs. Don't give them to cats. Just throw them away. All right.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to give them to your small pets because they can easily choke on the bones. We don't want that. Let's go ahead and check on our chicken. And for working with chicken wings, we are going to need one of these, a pair of tongs. These are perfect for working with chicken. And what I'm doing now is making sure that it's fully submerged in our cooking oil. And if you really need to, you can cover this up. In fact, let's go ahead and do that next. And yes, never mind our crooked stove.
Yes, we know our stove is crooked.
Okay, so we're going to cover this up and make sure that your cooking heat is at medium low or medium high. Right there in the middle is where we need it. Checking on our rice now. And we're just going to give it a nice stir. Make sure that nothing is stuck on the bottom of the pan. Alright, good. Chicken rice is looking awesome. And our chicken rice is actually almost done. So, in the time it takes for our chicken to fry the rest of the way, and you may need to turn those over depending on how much oil you use. So if you used about the same amount as I have, it's still always a good rule of thumb to remember to turn your chicken halfway into the cooking process. But you don't want to turn them too soon, because then you'll be taking the danger of knocking all of that breading off your chicken. So wait for it to set in, give it about 15 minutes of cooking time before you come back, take a look at it, and just take one of your tongs there, take one of the chickens and just look at the other side of it. If it starts to turn crispy and golden brown, then turn the rest of them over and let the rest of the chicken cook the rest of the way. Give it another 15 minutes of cooking time, come back, check it out. If it needs another turning, then turn it again. But always remember to keep a good eye on your chicken. So, we're going to do just that. We're going to take 15 minutes, we're going to pause for a second, we're going to come back, we're going to check on how well this chicken is cooking up. We're going to see if it needs flipping or if it just needs to be left alone for another 5 or 10 minutes. So come back and join us at that time, and I'll show you the next step from there. Chicken wings. It's time to stick out your tongs. Stick out your tongue. Oh, well, I've got mine stuck out. What do you say we flip our chicken now? Ah, perfect. Look at that. That's what we're looking for. Nice brown color there. So let's flip this over, and we'll get the breading from the top to cook. That did not get fully cooked, as it is. All those bubbles you see and all that foam, that's from the flour. So don't think that there's soap in here, because there isn't. That's just from the flour. Okay. What makes the foam difficult to work with is that you really can't see which ones to flip or see where your chicken is. But if you remember where you placed them before, and you can sort of feel them out with your tongs, then you'll know which ones you need to flip. But when in doubt, take a look, both sides, see which ones need to flip. Now these ones over here don't need to flip, they were fully submerged in that oil, so the ones back here were the ones I was worried about most. So now that we've checked over our chicken and that both sides are looking very nice, and we flipped our chicken, we've also taken our rice off of the warm eye and put it back here to cool, and we're just waiting for our corn to boil. So I'm going to turn this up a little higher. Anyway, so it'll be another roughly about 10 more minutes for the rest of our chicken to cook. And I'm going to check on it, check and see how far we've come along. Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure your lid is over your skillet nice and tight, and the only air that escapes is right up here through this hole. There's a little bit escaping over there, so some things you can't help, but do the best you can with what you got, and that's all we can do. Just keep a good eye on it, make sure that nothing funny happens with your cooking station. Now, while we got you on film, or got us on film, this is going to be the bowl that we're going to use to toss. And the type of barbecue sauce we're going to use is some good old barbecue, Kansas City style, sweet and smoky, and I feel that would be the best to use for this recipe. And it's going to be great. Now, there is another technique you can use. Instead of tossing it in a bowl, you can also toss it in an empty jar. Just find one that's big enough. And all you do is put your chicken right into the jar, put the barbecue sauce in it, and shake the living heck out of it. And that's another way that you can toss your chicken. Well, don't shake the camera.
No, we're just shaking you.
Well, I'm not the one being cooked here. I ain't no chicken. But then again, they say you are what you eat. And I do eat a lot of chicken. Then again, I do eat a lot of watermelon too.
Like how big that watermelon is.
Oh yes. But by any means, hopefully we'll be starting to see some really good food coming out of that skillet within about less than 7 minutes. So since we don't have an empty jar to work with, we're just going to use this bowl and use the tongs to toss our chicken. And we're going to make sure we have a generous portion of barbecue sauce, because you don't want to be skimpy on the barbecue sauce. So that's why I got an extra bottle in this pantry in case I need more. So when we get to that point, we will be seeing you at that time in roughly about 7 minutes. So hopefully by then our corn will be ready, the rice is already ready, our chicken will be ready, we'll be ready to toss and serve. So stick around. Cook that chicken. It is time to release our chicken from the heat of the oil and put it into that bowl. So, immediately what we do is turn off the heat. Take this. And look at that beautiful chicken. This is the color you want right here, folks. Right here. Nice shade of brown. And that tells you that your chicken wings are cooked through and through. Now, grab the bowl. Right into the bowl. You want to do this while it's still hot. So we're just going to take them right to the bowl. We're going to shake off any excess oil, drop them right in. And shake off any excess oil and drop it right in. Repeat the process for all the chicken you have down here. You might get a little excess oil in your bowl, but that'll mix up with the barbecue sauce. Might not be as healthy as we'd like, but it will be food. It'll be good tasting food too. Okay, let's start off with half of our chicken and start tossing that. Okay, so we got half in there. We're going to need some room to toss this sauce into our chicken. So give it a good, generous portion of barbecue sauce right down in there. And then what we're going to do is use our tongs. We're just going to toss carefully our chicken in the barbecue sauce. Now if you had a big jar, all you do is shake the living heck out of it, and you will have instant barbecued wings. Do a little bit of this number here, and if you need some extra barbecue sauce, that's what this bottle is for. So squeeze it on, give it a generous amount. Give it a shake, a little toss here and there, make sure it's all nice and covered. And be sure to be careful not to knock any breading off of your chicken if that is the case. Hopefully it isn't. Turn that over. Thank you. And just shaking it might actually be better. So if you can shake it, that might be a lot better to get more coverage. Okay, so now what we're going to do is right from the bowl onto the plate. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Nice savory barbecue chicken wings. And you didn't have to go out to get them. The beauty part about this is that they can be made easily within the comfort of your own kitchen. And look at that. All that barbecue sauce can stay for our next roundup of wangs.
Of wangs.
Wangs. Get them wangs in there. Now start shaking as you drop. And now you got some of that barbecue sauce in there. So just roll it and toss it and toss it and roll it. And finally, you're the last one. Alright. Back over here. I'm going to give it some more sauce. Sauce up them wangs. Yep, we're almost out of sauce already. And this, you'll go through a lot of sauce to toss these wings. Okay, let's start tossing. And then if you're not really getting that much coverage, then pull out your tongs and just kind of give them a little flip here, a little flip there. Get them all nice and coated in that barbecue sauce. Give them a little toss here and there, stir it around a little bit, get it all nice and covered and coated and delicious. Now, once you got that done, give it a little shake. And for extra texture, you can add sesame seeds to the top of these too. We didn't have any though, but that would still be nice. Okay, so how many did I give that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3. There's a nice meaty one. 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's 2 more extra pieces there. 1 here, and 1 here. Alright, now with the excess sauce, you could use some of it to drizzle over the top of your chicken, because it's already touched the cooked chicken. It didn't touch the raw chicken, so it's safe to use. But best to use it all at once if you're going to do this, because you don't want to save this for a different meal, because that would not be good. Use it for the same meal and your barbecue wings will be even saucier than ever. Okay. Clean as we go, that is the rule here. Clean as we go. Clean up the thumbs a little bit. Now that we got our chicken served up nice and saucy, let's go take our corn off the fire. First, let's get into this rice. Okay. Next up is the chicken rice. It's going to be a great meal and just what the doctor ordered for all of your hungry friends, family members, and of course yourself. 3 good spoonfuls for each plate should do it. Ooh, that's hot. That's still hot. Ooh, that's hot. And you know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, then get the hell out of the kitchen. But I can stand the heat, so I'll stay. After all, you need somebody to cook for you. Look at that rice. That chicken and rice.
Man, I'm gonna get full just off of the rice.
We are, aren't we?
Dang.
Take that extra scoop and a little extra over on this plate too. One. And we can use this spoon for the corn. Because it's slotted. I need a slotted spoon. Next, and last but not least, the corn. Let's push some of this rice aside and make room for the kernels.
Wait a minute, are you talking about Colonel Sanders?
No, kernels of corn. But if you could invite the colonel over for dinner if you wanted to, just make sure that you keep this recipe at bay and make sure he doesn't steal it for himself.
That too.
Sweet, sweet corn. At least it's not in a soda.
Yeah, at least it's not in a soda, right?
At least it's not in a soda. Of course, when you pop the corn, don't forget the butter.
It's the Buddha
We're
Buddha.
going to turn to this Irish butter. Nice generous cube of butter there. Nice generous cube of butter there. And there you have it, folks. Tossed chicken barbecue wings. Tossed barbecue chicken wings. I did that backwards. So there you have it, folks. Tossed barbecued chicken wings. So, first, let's test the rice. Nice and smooth and delicious. I can't wait. I gotta try one of these wings.
Yeah.
Mmm. Very nice. Oh yeah. I definitely recommend deep frying this before you sauce them. That is good. Now that the fan is off, doesn't sound like 747 jet engines soaring by. I will then be able to tell you that you can also use any kind of sauces that you would like. Mustard sauce, honey mustard sauce. You can use buffalo sauce. Any type of sauce you want. It doesn't have to be barbecue. It could be any sauce that you like, as long as it goes good with wings. So, from all of us here at Cooking with SonicBlu, this is SonicBlu Darkfold saying that hope all of your meals are good ones. Just remember, if you're not cooking good, you're not eating good, and it always helps to have the right ingredients or the right eats. Now, I'm going to take what's left of this sauce, stick it in the refrigerator, and that'll be ready for the next time we do tossed barbecued chicken wings. Just don't toss them at your family members. That they might not like that too much. Good stuff.
Really?
Let's not show that part. Okay.
Don't strip naked. Don't do that. Oh, there you go. Do a striptease.
Oh. You know what YouTube would say if I did a striptease right now? Hey YouTube. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you? Okay, I think I'm ready to go now. But you still want to make sure you kick your chicken. You want to cook your
You
chicken.
want to kick the chicken?
You want to cook your chicken thoroughly. But we'll just work with what we got and do it the best we can. And that's got to be close enough for government work, even though the government is shut down.
Yeah, because of a certain someone. Of course, we don't try not to go into politics, even though.
No, we're going into poultry tricks.
Poultry tricks.
Poultry tricks.
That's an interesting way to put it.
See, at the old Papa Show, we don't get into politics. We like poultry tricks. All that flour finally gets deposited into the waste. That's good. And, oh sure, make it more smoky in the kitchen with your vaping. Sure.
I was trying hard not to. I was trying to go blow the other direction. It didn't work out that way.
That's extra credit. For what, I don't know, but